at a route across the entire country. For better or for worse, our starting point, unlike the JK experience, which started right here in Carson City, it was only 5 minutes away from home. I think our starting point literally is going to be on the eastern seaboard, New England. It's going to be a hell of a long drive. That's actually kind of a drop. The first of many. Man, this thing is thirsty. Oh, it's cold. What happened to summer? Welcome to Utah. So the biggest bummer about driving back east is that the further you go, you lose time. Of course, we just crossed over into mountain time, and where I thought we were doing pretty good, it was only 2:40. It is now 3:40 in the morning. So bummer for that. Welcome to a wintry Wyoming. Man, it's really coming down. Sheesh. It's winter. I hope this isn't going to be a problem for us. As in, do I need to lock the hubs? It's really coming down, man. All right, you ready? From, I want to say day 2, but it's not really day 2 because we never actually called it a day yesterday. Anyway, we're on our way to the JL JT experience, as you know, and we are currently passing through Wyoming, and I now have about 730 miles on the odometer that I've personally been driving because Cindy drove this thing home from Off-Road Evolution, so I get to tell you some of my first impressions of what I think. Right off the bat, what can I say? The thing is badass. This thing is totally awesome. It drives as nice as it looks. Super excited about everything on it. Oh, the one thing that everyone wants to know, I know because I've seen a few people ask already, is how are the MPGs doing? So, I think best case scenario before we were averaging maybe 16 to 19 miles per gallon, but now that we're pushing 40s and have all this extra drag all over us, we've been doing more like 9 to 12. So there's definitely been a subtraction in MPGs, not that we weren't expecting it, but there you have it. So if you go this big, you're definitely going to see some MPG loss. The other thing that people are asking is performance. A lot of you are saying, hey, what about a Hemi or LS or some kind of V8 swap? Honestly, I can't say that I'm feeling the need for one. I'm passing all these trucks at like 85 miles, almost 90 miles an hour. I better slow down. And there's plenty of power. This 8-speed automatic that comes in the JLs and the JTs is phenomenal. So with the 538 gears and 40-inch tires, I would say, unlike the JK before where I was dying to get a V8 after getting up on 40s, these are okay. I'm happy with this. The reliability that you get from the 3.6, not having to mess with anything, there's no overheating issues, programming issues. I'm happy. Until or unless something happens, I think we're sticking with the 3.6. I like it. You know, just on an addendum to what I just said, I need to clarify that the 9 to 12 MPG That's with me driving like 80, 85 the whole way. So it's not that bad. I'm sure if I did like 65, something more reasonable, it'd be a lot better. But at 80 to 85, maybe it's not that bad. For those of you who say that you shouldn't be driving a Jeep with 40s at 80 to 85, all I can tell you is that the speed limit through Nevada, Utah, Wyoming on Interstate 80, it's like 80 miles per hour. That's the speed limit. And oh, the other question a lot of you guys are going to ask is, what do we do for tire balancing? When you're running a really nice tire like the kind that Nitto makes in a 40, you don't need to balance them. Or if they do need balancing, I could take it to a shop and get them balanced. But these are as round gets. They roll great. No weird shimmy, wobbling, anything. And I certainly wouldn't use any tire beads. Those guys from 65 to about 90, and I thought it was pretty quick. So like I said, plenty of power. So the one question that I've been getting again and again and again on our YouTube channel, on Instagram, which is Wayalife or wayalife.com, is why a Rubicon? If we were going to build this thing to the level that we have, why would we want to start with something that's more expensive, especially when we got rid of the axles? And the simple answer is, we actually wanted to get a launch edition. We ordered a launch edition Rubicon, thinking that we'd get one of the very first Gladiators that were made. And after 3 months of waiting, nothing happened. We just decided to cut bait and just get whatever we could, and that happened to be a Rubicon. Now, that's not to say that starting off with a Sport isn't a good idea. A lot of you guys out there, if all you're wanting to do is build up your Jeep and go wheeling with it, yeah, a Sport, Sport S, max tow package is a great way to go because you'll save a lot of money. But that is not to say that we're not happy with our Rubicon. In the end, we still have our 4-to-1 transfer case, which we love, our electric sway bar disconnect, which we love, the nicer interior, the big nav, all these things you cannot get on a Sport, and we love. And on top of that, we can still sell our relatively brand new axles. So I wouldn't exactly call it a loss. So there you have it. That's why we have a Rubicon. Not sure what happened. We were hoping to say welcome to Nebraska, but apparently there is no sign. Maybe it's because of all the road construction going on, but needless to say, here we are, Nebraska. How does that work anyway? When you live in a state that's so big and long that half of it is in one time zone and the other half is in another. Because we just crossed into the central time zone and we're still in the state of Nebraska. So, oh look, our clock just changed. It is now officially 6:44 instead of 5:44. That means we've now effectively lost 2 hours. There's one cool thing about the state of Nebraska. They've got a ton of rust areas. So I think it's officially been about 24 hours that we've been on the road. Granted, we have been taking little cat naps here and there and trading off drivers, but I think we're going to need to find ourselves a place to sleep tonight because I'm beat. All right, let's get going. So it's officially been a little over 25 hours since we left Carson City, and we have 1,382 miles on the odometer since we left. That means we're effectively about halfway to our destination, meaning tomorrow we have about the exact same amount of miles that we need to cover. So that's kind of amazing. So here we are in Lincoln, Nebraska, halfway to the JL JTX. Let's get some sleep. Good morning from Nebraska. Got a great night's sleep. It was the first in over 25 hours. So we feel pretty refreshed and ready to hit the road. Continuing our journey to the east. And I think we're almost to the Iowa border. So we'll check in again soon. I guess we're in Iowa now. Welcome to Illinois. Knocking down the miles and the states one by one. Welcome to Indiana. Okay, this is right. 16, and it's a toll road. Imagine that. What is it with all these toll roads? It's kind of a learning curve for us. We have driven through here, back in the east before, and we have dealt with these toll roads, but it's been a while. And of course, we don't have anything like this at home, so you'll have to forgive us. We're still learning. Which one?
Cars only left lane, ticket center lanes. Which one do we want?
I don't know. We're kind of a car, Jeep, truck. I guess I will go here.
Oh, it says Easy Pass only. We don't have that.
Uh-oh. Which way do I go then?
I don't know. Ticket, maybe?
Yeah,
the one where it says ticket?
Which
this one? Right here?
Oh, yeah. Cool. Sorry. Can't reach it.
Thank you.
Sheesh, that was confusing. Here's our ticket. I don't know what it does. All right. So you guys out there, I'm sure, are going to be laughing at me because I have no idea what I'm doing, but I've got this ticket, and I'm going to guess I'm going to have to redeem it, or they're going to redeem it sometime later with cash in hand, so don't laugh. There's an arrow on here. Insert ticket. I'm trying. $4.80. Holy cow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, come on, really? Oh, I have some change here too. Wait, I have 75 cents. 80. Oh, I have $4.80. So how do I do this? God damn it.
Credit card too, right? No.
Can I?
Didn't it say cash or credit?
Let me use credit card then. Oh, perfect. Credit card worked too. Whew. I feel bad. There's people behind me waiting. Sure, trying to think, what the hell is this guy from Nevada doing? But I think we got it. Now, where's our hotel? That was a confusing thing. I think we're here. Put this cash away. It's almost like they want you to use credit card because I was sitting there trying to feed it dollars and it said no. All right, let's go check in. Here we go again. Another ticket. Good morning from, I think we're still in Indiana and on our way to New York. I think we should be able to get there today. Getting a little bit of a later start, if only because we posted up a video and I was answering questions on Wayalife.com and catching up on our Instagram feed. But hopefully the next time you see us, tomorrow anyway, the next time we have morning, We'll be at the JLX JTX starting point. So if there was anything cool about these toll roads and being back east, is that their roadside rest areas are more like mini malls of sorts. They're known as actually travel plazas. They come complete with gas stations, restaurants, and super nice buildings and bathrooms. Anyway, I think we need some gas. Let's take a quick peek inside. It's a unicorn. Welcome to Ohio. So much to discover. Since we're in the area, we're going to deviate off of our route to New York, or back east anyway, and make a stop somewhere where everything all began. So we're kind of in a hurry to get back east to the starting point of the JL JT experience, but since we're in the area, we had to make a stop, sort of a homecoming, if you will. 3 months ago, our Jeep JT Gladiator was built here at the TAC. It's awesome. Welcome to Pennsylvania. One more state left to go. Welcome to New York. This is the final state that we needed to get to on our long journey to the beginning of the JL JT experience. I think we've driven about 3,000 miles and I am exhausted. It's kind of hard to imagine that we're going to be spending a week probably doing about 1,000 miles from here. But in a crazy way, I'm super excited by it. Well, here we are. We're officially at the town that we need to be to start the JLJT experience, although we're not actually at the hotel that we're supposed to meet everybody at because that hotel is totally booked. But tomorrow, we'll be meeting up with everybody and getting this adventure on the road.